Long time ago, in West Africa, there was a great empire called Mali. Mali was not a small kingdom. It was very big, very rich, and very powerful. Gold was everywhere in Mali. Salt was also very important. Traders came from many lands to trade in Mali. But the greatest king of Mali was a man called Mansa Musa. This is his story. The boy who became king. Mansa Musa was not born a poor boy. He was born into a royal family. But he was not supposed to be king at first. There was another king before him. One day, the king before him decided to do something very dangerous. The king wanted to explore the Atlantic Ocean. He wanted to know what was on the other side of the ocean. So he gathered many ships and sailors and sailed away. He never came back. Nobody ever saw the king again. That was how Mansa Musa became the king of Mali. At that time, nobody knew that this quiet man would become the most famous and richest king in the world. The rich empire of Mali. When Mansa Musa became king, Mali was already rich. But when he started ruling, Mali became richer and more powerful. Mali had gold mines, salt mines, big markets, many soldiers, many farmers, many traders. People came from North Africa, Arabia, and even Europe to trade in Mali. Gold from Mali was used in many parts of the world. Some people even said half of the world's gold came from Mali at that time. That was how rich the empire was. But Mansa Musa was not just rich. He was also a Muslim, and he was a very religious man. He prayed, he helped the poor, and he loved learning and education. One day, he decided to do something that would make his name famous forever. He decided to go on a holy journey to Mecca. This journey is called Hajj, the Great Journey to Mecca. In the year 1324, Mansa Musa started his journey to Mecca. This was not a small journey. This was the most expensive journey in history. He did not travel alone. He traveled with 60,000 men, 12,000 servants, soldiers, traders, teachers, imams, slaves, 100 camels carrying gold. Each camel carried heavy gold. As they traveled, people looked at them in shock. Many people had never seen such a rich king before. When they reached the city of Cairo in Egypt, something unbelievable happened. The king who gave away too much gold. Mansa Musa was a very generous king. He loved helping the poor. When he reached Cairo, he started giving gold to people. He gave gold to the poor. He gave gold to traders. He gave gold to leaders. He gave gold to anyone who asked. He gave out so much gold that the price of gold in Egypt fell down. Gold became too common in Egypt because of him. This caused a big problem called inflation. The economy of Egypt was affected for many years because of the gold he shared. Imagine one man being so rich that he can affect another country's economy. That was how rich Mansa Musa was. After Cairo, he continued his journey until he reached Mecca. He prayed, he learned, he met many scholars, and then he returned to Mali. But when he came back, he did something even more important than giving gold. He built a city of knowledge, Timbuktu. When Mansa Musa returned from Mecca, he brought back teachers, architects, scholars, books, Islamic knowledge. He started building mosques, schools, libraries, universities. He developed a city called Timbuktu. Timbuktu became one of the most famous cities in the world at that time. Students came from many countries to study in Timbuktu. They studied mathematics, science, religion, history, astronomy, law. Some libraries in Timbuktu had thousands of books. At that time in Europe, some places did not even have libraries yet, but Timbuktu was already a center of education. Mansa Musa did not just build a rich empire. He built a smart empire. His fame spread around the world. Because of his journey to Mecca, the whole world started hearing about Mansa Musa. In fact, in 1375, European map makers drew a world map and put Mansa Musa on the map holding a big piece of gold in his hand. This means Europe knew that the richest king in the world was in Africa. His name became famous in Africa, Middle East, Europe. Mali became known as the land of gold. The end of the great king. Mansa Musa ruled Mali for many years. During his rule, trade increased, education increased, buildings increased. Mali became powerful. Mali became famous. But like all humans, one day, Mansa Musa died. After his death, some weak kings ruled after him, and slowly, the great Mali Empire started becoming weaker. But the name Mansa Musa was never forgotten. Until today, historians still say, Mansa Musa may be the richest man who ever lived in the history of the world. Richer than modern billionaires, oil kings, tech billionaires. His wealth today would be worth hundreds of billions of dollars. The story of Mansa Musa teaches us something important. Wealth is good, but what you use it for is more important. He used his money to build schools. He used his money to build mosques. He used his money to help people. He used his money to build knowledge. That is why people still remember him today, more than 700 years after his death. Many kings were rich. Many kings fought wars. Many kings conquered lands. But Mansa Musa built knowledge, and that made him different. So, when you hear the name Mansa Musa, do not just think about gold. Think about a king, a traveler, a builder, a believer, a leader, a man who made Africa famous to the world. This was the story of Mansa Musa, the Lion of Mali, the King of Gold, the builder of Timbuktu, the richest man who ever lived.